Welcome friends to my channel Study Mania. Today I have brought to you a very interesting topic which we are following in the standard 5, 6 and 7 altogether. Here today we will discuss about the desert. The term desert can be defined in a very simple and easy way. We say desert is a place where there is dryness and aridity. Dryness and aridity because there is very less precipitation. Precipitation, I hope all of you understand. Precipitation means rainfall. When the range of rainfall is below 10 centimeter, so that's why aridity and dryness becomes the prominent or significant feature of a desert. So we can highlight in this way. What are the characteristics or feature of a desert? So we say dryness, aridity, and as I have spoken, there is lesser rainfall. Rainfall is very less, or in other words we can say precipitation, very less precipitation, or there is sparse vegetation. Now what does you mean by sparse vegetation? Because we have spoken there is lesser precipitation, that means very less rainfall, which is not conducive for the growth of different type of vegetation belts. So that's why sparse vegetation, you can say, is another highlighting feature. So in case if you are getting a definition for approx 2 marks and you need to define what is a desert, so 3 highlighting feature you need to cover in order to tell what are the deserts. So deserts are basically, these are the places which are characterized by or which have got the features of aridity, dryness, low precipitation, and there is sparse vegetation. Sparse vegetation, and only the type of vegetation which you will find in the deserts is in sort of cactus or the bushes which have got the thorns and the spines. You might have observed, if you think of a desert, in the name of vegetation, what at most you will get. So this is the thorny bushes or cactus, you can say, and especially when in the science we talk about the adaptation in the plants which we found in the desert region, so we talk about the cactus. Now you say this is the stem. Actually it is not, you can say it's not the leaf of this vegetation, and thorns are found. Now these thorns are actually the leaves, and in order they have minimized the surface area, reason being that actually they want to prevent the loss of water through transpiration, because very less rainfall. So the vegetation or the plants which found in this region, they cannot afford to lose the water on account of transpiration. So that's why the surface area has reduced, because actually the leaves have taken the shape of spines. That means larger will be the area. Take an example, if this much is the size of a leaf, the level of transpiration from the surface of the leaf will be more, but in case if it has shrunk to the size of a spine like this, lesser transpiration will take place. And most of the plants found in the this desert region, they have got long tapering roots. Why long tapering roots? Reason being that the roots have to reach into the depth in search of water. So now I hope you can get out the type of climatic condition a desert region may have. In most of our geography books, notebooks, we are finding deserts have been classified into two categories, that is hot desert and cold deserts. So in the category of hot desert, several are there, and majority of the hot desert we are finding which they are near the, they are falling in the tropical region, or in other words they are near equator. So in today's study we are going to talk about Sahara. So as I said, two type of deserts, one category hot deserts, another category cold deserts. So when somebody talk about the category of hot deserts, you can quote the example of Kalahari, Atacama, Thar Desert and the Sahara Desert. And here you can talk about Siberia, Gobi, Antarctica. Ladakh, found in India. And when you come to this region or the category of hot deserts, then you can always talk about Sahara, Kalahari, Atacama, and so on. Actually, it is a long list, but we are today going to focus and talk about the one largest and the hottest desert of the world, which is Sahara. So our today's focus and the study is Sahara Desert, which is the largest and hottest desert of the world, which is lying near the equator. That means it is falling in the tropical region. Now, what is the location? Very important. So when we talk about the location, if you have ever seen the world map, so location wise you can think of, you can imagine, because it is lying in which continent? Africa. Yes, of course. Northern part of Africa is covered by this hot and the largest desert of the world. So this is the northern part of Africa, say. Northern part of Africa, if we think about the geographical location of this thing, here it is lying the Mediterranean Sea. And here we are finding Atlantic Ocean. And here on the eastern end of it lying the Red Sea. So if we talk about the Sahara Desert geographical location, it is lying in the northern Africa continent, and on the north of it, it is bounded by the Mediterranean Sea, and on the western end Atlantic Ocean is lying, and on the eastern side it is bounded by the Red Sea, and it is approximately covering 11 countries of Africa. So don't forget please, approximately 11 countries of continent Africa are covered by this desert, and area wise you can imagine the size of India. India is the 7th largest country of the entire world, and if you talk about the area of Sahara, you will be surprised to know that it is approximate 2.5 times the size of India. So if India is the 7th largest country of the world, talk of India, and so far as Sahara is concerned, Sahara is 2.5 times the size of India. So from here you can make out the idea. Sahara is 2.5 times India, the size of India. So although it is a desert, but on the eastern end we are having one water body and one more, that is Nile River on the eastern side and Niger River, which is flowing in the southern part of Sahara. So the major source of water found in the deserts, although 2 rivers are flowing. In addition to that, we find the concept of oases. Oases are the natural springs of water which are found in oases, and Kufra and Bilma are the 2 oases which are the source of water for the Sahara region, and Lake Chad is the only freshwater lake which is found in Sahara. So this is actually very important when you talk about the geographical location and the physical features of Sahara. And as I have spoken, the 2 water bodies, main oases and rivers which are found here, River Nile and River Niger, it is flowing in the Sahara, and several oases are found here. Kufra and Bilma are the 2 major oases, Kufra and Bilma. Concept of oases we people have done in the 5th standard of ours. Oases are the green watery spot which are found in the deserts. So for today this much is enough. We will talk about the occupation, the people living over there, about the harsh climatic condition over there, how people are adapting themselves to these conditions, and the vegetation belts and the species of vegetation which are found in this region, especially Sahara, in the next video of mine. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.